because this is a religion for the rich. God damn it, we're sick of the fucking poor, right? You know, and that's it. Get your butt to work, vote Republican, go fuck yourself.
You know, I really hate vice. I hate alcohol abuse. I hate drug abuse. I hate people who, you know, live life on the edge and then expect the rest of us to hold them up when they go off the rails.
Right.
Like many of these homeless people, you can see they come from a history of drug abuse, alcohol abuse, or, you know, they spent 10 years in MacArthur Park, you know, doing drugs. Or they just live life on the edge. They said, you know, they grew up and said, oh, I hate my family, I'm just going to go do my own thing. Then, you know, they lost their head for some reason, you know, mental illness. You know, they just descended. And then, oh, where's my family and community to hold me up now? Like when they were young and energetic and had something going, they said, you know, forget family, forget community, forget saving money, forget belonging to a group or an institution that will stand by me if I'm to fall. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm just going to pursue my own pleasure. I'm just going to get my kicks. You know, I'm going to live life on the edge. I'm going to drive fast next to cliffs. And if I go over, well, then I'll just ask for handouts. I don't think many righteous people who worked hard, who honored their families, and who contributed to communities, and then fell on hard times. I don't think many of them are on the street here in Pico Robertson. There may be some, but generally speaking, I don't think these are the homeless in Pico Robertson.
I always say I am one bad month away from being homeless.
Oh, so am I.
I'm one bad month away.
I lived out of my car for 6 months when I came to LA. I've always been poor and always like right on the edge. And precisely because I keep contact with my family even when I was, you know, ticked at them or angry at them, precisely because I've always belonged to a Jewish community, to a shul, and contributed to the best of my ability, that I've always tried to preserve ties, even when I was at my most rebellious and just wanted to go do my own thing. You know, I still preserve ties to a community. I always contributed, even if it was just with time. You know, if I didn't have money, but I contributed with time. I volunteered to drive people to their doctor's appointments. I volunteered to hand out the Purim gifts. You know, I volunteered to visit old people or sick people. You know, if I didn't have money, if I had money, I gave, you know, up to 10%. I you know, always tried to stay connected to good people. And I've lived on the edge, and I've received tzedakah, just like you. But I try to do everything I can to contribute in ways that I'm good at. What I'm good at is interviewing people, and so I try to contribute by telling important stories, and I try to contribute by visiting the chronically ill, and so I try to do everything I can to make Pico Robertson a better place, so that if, you know, I was to fall on the streets, that you would give me a handout.
I'll give you a handout, but I don't have it right now.
But I mean, I think people got to think that way. Like most people today don't think in terms of how can I contribute to a community, so that, you know, if I fall apart, or my therapist told me to stop talking to my parents because they just bring me down. Like, you know, I loathe that attitude. Or I'm going to go do drugs because I hear it's really cool. You know, then I fry my mind, and, you know, I'm going to be dependent on tzedakah for the rest of my life. Or, you know, I think it's really cool to take shots at, you know, 6 a.m. and then go driving. Like, I just loathe all this behavior. Loathe it. And it's this behavior that's responsible for most of the homeless in the United States.
Do you want to tell me again how you're just a journalist, that you don't have an opinion?
There are a few areas where I have opinions, like on this, because it's, you know, it's not going to do any harm to the discussion if I, you know, launch.
You know, you have some issues that you are definitely a hard liner on.
Oh, definitely.
You like respect of the laws.
Yeah, respect for the law. I don't like people who like block off traffic, you know, to protest for you know, hotel workers' right to unionize. They just block off Sunset Boulevard. So hardworking men and women who want to get home to their families, like, they're prevented because these left-wing Jewish professors at American Jewish University and other left-wingers decide to just block off traffic to protest for, you know, left-wing unionization. I loathe that law breaking. You know, screw you, we're going to shut down traffic for our cause.
Where's
Oh, I
that? Where is
loathe
that?
that.
Where is this?
This happened on Sunset Boulevard about 3 weeks ago.
No, where on Sunset? You said it was like the Jewish.
Near a hotel, but there are a couple of professors from American Jewish University
Oh, really?
that were prominently arrested for taking part
For
in
reals?
civil disturbance.
Oh, I would have figured you would have blogged about that.
It was done by other people, and I didn't want to go on a rant. But yeah, I loathe, breaking the law to rally, and disrupt people's traffic. Like, you stick someone in traffic for 90 minutes, like you've stolen 90 minutes of someone's life. It's like it's a
And add up all the people.
Yeah.
That's all the man
1,000
hours.
people.
Add up
Let's
all the
say
man hours.
10,000 people, you cost them 90 minutes of their life. Like, most people will never do as much good in their entire lives to make up for an affair of that size.
Do you think capital punishment might be?
No, I don't want them capital punished, but I do want them punished in the world to come. I hope that they receive commensurate punishment.
You are not a good Christian.
No, I am not a good Christian.
You are not a good Christian.
I am not a good Christian, and I loathe lawbreakers, hedonists, drug abusers, alcohol abusers, people who drive recklessly, or talking on their cell phones, or I loathe that. But that's just me. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, one thing. How come you never wanted to arm wrestle me?
Because I'd lose.
Oh. You're like Andy Kaufman. You only wrestle women.
And only hot women. There are a lot of heifers out there who have no desire to arm wrestle, and old women who have no desire to arm wrestle, and have no desire to arm wrestle married women or women who are in a relationship. But
yeah, here's how it goes, folks. When he has a guy sitting in this chair, nothing going. As soon as he gets a chick in the chair, it's like, hey, you want to arm wrestle? Want to do contests to see who can do more push-ups?
Hey, nice six-pack. Wow, your abs are really cut. I admit, I've got weaknesses for the opposite sex who are young and hot. I will admit that, and that there have been times in my life, even very recently, when my commitment to Torah finished second to attractive young women. But I'm going to get stronger. But that's my weakness. Like, I don't steal, I don't bugger guys, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't gamble. I just like attractive young women. Arm wrestling, checking out their abs, seeing how many push-ups they can do. Like, hey, you want to do a yoga meditation together? But I'm getting stronger. So that may very well be a thing of the past, even as we speak now. I may never do that again.
Yeah? Something happens in the last 3 days?
Well, I think I'm getting stronger every day. So.
Oh, okay.
So I'm learning to say no to those wicked temptresses with a cut, toned, young, lithe, flexible, sweet-smelling, scented, soft, yummy bodies.
Okay.
Love you guys. Let's do lunch.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let's give the audience a round of applause. Thanks for staying with us tonight. It's been a long night, and we'll see you next week.